There are only 12 months in a year, 12 words, but inside those 12 words live emperors, gods, revolutions, traditions, music, memory, and celebration. In this lesson, you will learn the months of the year in French, how to use them correctly, and the cultural events that give them meaning. Let's step into the year. A day passes quickly, a week moves with rhythm, but a month feels like a chapter. In French, the months of the year are not just markers of time. They are fragments of ancient Rome, echoes of emperors, gods, revolutions, and traditions that still shape life in France today. When you say janvier or juillet, you are not just naming a date, you are speaking history. Today we are learning the months of the year in French, their pronunciation, their structure, their origins, and the cultural events that bring them to life. Let's turn the page. The months in French are janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. And just like the days of the week, months are not capitalized in French. Not janvier, just janvier. Small letters, ancient roots. Most of the names come directly from Latin. The modern calendar may look neat and structured, but its vocabulary is layered with myth, empire, religion, reform, and tradition. Let's explore them one by one. Janvier comes from Janus, the Roman god with two faces. One face looks to the past, the other looks to the future. Janus guarded doorways and transitions, and what is the new year if not a doorway? Nous sommes en janvier. Bonne année. Notice the structure. To say in January, we use en janvier. With months, we use en. Culturally, January in France is also the season of la galette des rois, eaten for l'épiphanie. A small charm, called a fève, is hidden in a cake. Whoever finds it becomes king or queen for the day. The year begins with a crown. Février comes from Februar, a Roman purification festival. In ancient Rome, this was a time of cleansing before the new year, because originally the Roman year began in March. January and February were added later. In France today, February brings la Chandeleur on February the 2nd. Families make crêpes. The simple act of turning a crêpe in a pan becomes ritual. And in cities like Nice, February hosts le Carnaval de Nice, one of the most famous carnivals in France. Cold weather and warm celebrations. Yes, Mars is both a day and a month. Named after Mars, the Roman god of war. Originally, March was the first month of the year. That explains something curious. Septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. Their roots mean 7, 8, 9, and 10. But today, they are months 9, 10, 11, and 12. When January and February were inserted at the beginning of the calendar, the numbering shifted, the names stayed. In modern France, March includes la Journée internationale des droits des femmes on March the 8th. The month once marked the beginning of war campaigns. Now, it often marks the beginning of spring. Avril may come from the Latin aperire, meaning to open. Flowers open, buds open, the air softens. En avril, il fait plus chaud. Oui, le printemps commence. April 1st in France is Poisson d'Avril. Children tape paper fish onto people's backs and laugh when they are discovered. Mai comes from Maya, a goddess associated with growth and fertility. In France, May the 1st is la fête du travail. People give each other le muguet, lily of the valley, as a symbol of good luck. On May the 8th, France commemorates La Victoire 1945, marking the end of World War II in Europe. a month of flowers and remembrance, growth and history. Juin comes from Juno, queen of the Roman gods. June has long been associated with weddings. In France, June 21st is la fête de la musique. Musicians fill the streets, concerts appear in squares and cafes. The entire country seems to turn into a stage. Juillet is named after Julius Caesar, and on July 14th, France celebrates la fête nationale, commemorating the storming of the Bastille in 1789. Fireworks light the sky, military parades march through Paris, public squares fill with celebration. Août comes from the Emperor Augustus, originally called Sextilis, meaning the sixth month, before the calendar shifted. In modern France, August is synonymous with les vacances. Many businesses close, cities quiet down, coastal towns fill with visitors. And cultural life continues with events like Les Rencontres d'Arles, a major international photography festival. From Latin septem, meaning seven, septembre in France is defined by la rentrée. Schools reopen, offices resume full activity. Bookshops release hundreds of new novels in what is known as la rentrée littéraire. The nation resets. C'est la rentrée? Oui, en septembre. Octobre comes from octo, meaning eight. October, France hosts la fête de la science, celebrating research and discovery. Novembre comes from novem, meaning nine. On November the 11th, France commemorates l'armistice de 1918, marking the end of World War I. Ceremonies take place across the country. Décembre comes from decem, meaning 10. December in France is marked by Noël. Christmas markets fill cities like Strasbourg, lights decorate streets and town squares. The year closes with gathering, food and tradition. Nous sommes en décembre. Oui, c'est bientôt Noël. To say in a month, you use en plus the month. En janvier, en juillet, en décembre. For full dates, you use le plus the number plus the month. Nous sommes le 14 juillet. Structure and history sit side by side. Une année avec Léa. Léa habite à Lyon. En janvier, elle commence un nouveau travail. Elle est un peu nerveuse. En février, il fait froid. Elle mange des crêpes pour la chandeleur. En mars, le printemps arrive. En avril, elle fait une blague pour le poisson d'avril. En mai, elle offre du muguet à sa mère. En juin, elle écoute de la musique pendant la fête de la musique. En juillet, elle regarde le feu d'artifice du 14 juillet. En août, elle est en vacances. En septembre, c'est la rentrée. En octobre, elle visite une exposition scientifique. En novembre, elle pense à l'armistice. En décembre, elle fête Noël avec sa famille. À la fin de l'année, Léa dit, chaque mois raconte une histoire. The months of the year are not empty containers. They are layered with gods, emperors, revolutions, music festivals, remembrance ceremonies, flowers, cakes and fireworks. When you say janvier, mai, septembre, décembre, you are not just naming time, you are speaking centuries. And now when someone asks, quel mois sommes-nous? You will answer with more than vocabulary. You will answer with memory. If this lesson helped you understand the months of the year in French more deeply, write today's month in the comments using a full sentence. If you enjoyed learning French through history and culture, subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. Let's keep building your French, one month at a time.